hidden cigarette that I saved for myself like a year ago. So I'm here to tell you that Instagram, Facebook will no longer let me into my account. Nobody else has permission to be me in my account, and I have two accounts, a Candy Essence Freeman and a Candy Freeman. The other ones I requested Facebook no longer to operate or allow anybody eligibility rights for if I died, and I'm clearly not dead. The other thing is, I am only allowed to see things that are posted from like the year 2022 or back. And I know for a fact it must be 2023 at least by now. That means at some hospital that I went to for medical services, I was put into some form of a medical coma and no one told me, not even in the paperwork. I can no longer get on the Wi-Fi that I pay for with Spectrum Bright House here in Florida State. That's what it says on my location device. That's what it says at the New York Times, at all the grocery stores. Now, this is not a conspiracy. I am asking the federal government and you to ask your state, but especially federal Congress people, if their insurance company is a medical insurance company of this delineation. Now, I'm giving you my information because I have been getting mail under the name Candy Freeman from this particular agency, which is a Medicare Advantage plan, C.E. Freeman, Candy Essence Freeman, C. Essence Freeman. Now, I believe originally we did that for my children who are underage. However, at some point, my daughter Alora, or Alori, had to use Blue Cross Blue Shield under Obamacare. That was pre-2020. She was graduated from high school and going to college. Now, here's my Chase card, which apparently everybody has access to. This is the wrong kind of chip. I kept the security scan thing on, hoping it would block people from getting additional money without my permission. Apparently somebody has an open Nintendo account, which I've tried to close multiple times, opened a Kindle.com Hotmail account or address under my name, and is in charge of all my Kindle stuff. Now, the reason for asking your congressperson if they are getting this kind of a situation with Optimum, and Optimum is now also providing this card. I get $65 at the first of the month, and if I was in a coma for a year, they should have known about it. There should be money here, only there's not. Now, I also can't talk to customer service people. So, is the federal government getting something similar to this? Have they accessed your devices and you know what the time is? Are you getting real news? Or is this fake news thing that started as this conspiracy theory thing, when someone accesses the server for our Comcast, or when we get Dish Network and ask for it to be disconnected because it's a satellite service, and something gets hacked, maybe inadvertently by somebody else, and then they end up getting all information for everything. Now, under Bright House, I should have one address, my home address, which is in Spring Hill, Florida. That's where I get all my mail. And I don't have access to a P.O. box anywhere. Now, I'm not getting any mail from my bank at Chase, except for my Social Security disability information. Even though I have written to corporate headquarters in New York City, to the president of the bank, let him know the FBI might be interested, including the Department of Justice, just to make sure that everything is concurrent and accurate. Now, this is the only video game system that I have. Oldie, not good. Here's a tablet that I have. Amazon will recognize this as a very old edition of a Fire tablet. I have this other one, which I've notified them an email and I think a letter, which is the HD one, which is an older one. The laptop that I bought a couple of years ago under the Biden administration's automatic deposit to my account from Amazon, which was an older refurbished laptop, I don't have use of. I have an Acer I bought maybe 10 years or more ago that was also an older model, which I can't access at all. Just gives me that screen that we used to get on the old TVs when I was growing up in the 80s that was like the rainbow screen when there was an emergency. Now, if we're having a problem with date and time, and Congress might be having a problem with that, it's either the phone system through cellular, Wi-Fi, or Google phone services, or the landlines have been adjusted through fiber optics because they link the fiber optics to the computerized systems, which must in some fashion be operating with satellite services, which with solar storms, who knows how long it blinks back to. Was it the last update? Was it the last update during, if you have a system that like hardens for the next solar flare? Now, we're all possibly concerned about this, including you in Congress. All three branches. The fourth branch of the architect's table for the Constitution is we the people. That's why it starts with that. The individual from Hampshire College that assisted with contacting the Supreme Court of the federal government, the United Nations, and a few other places to assist in immigration law. Apparently I have no degree, which is odd. When I contact Hampshire, it shows that I didn't really get credit for anything but 2 courses, which is odd. Oh, something has stopped. Message Plus has stopped my access to YouTube Live. That's weird, it doesn't say that. It just says Message Plus has stopped. Close the app. It's the only thing this Android device does. And I think, based upon the way that this thing is set up, because you have to like break the back off, unscrew it to reset it with the battery, unlike the regular ones. So I also got this off Amazon as a refurbished device. I'm guessing that it must be military that was no longer used. I have no idea what that means for you all. So anyway, hopefully we can fix this time date thing, because I bought this a while ago at the dollar store. A while ago. And I know my date and time on my cell phone's not right. Sometimes it's October 6th when I turn it on, and then suddenly it's August 22nd again. So hopefully we can fix it, because I know I cannot do it. Have a beautiful day. And prayers for the day, whatever reality at the demigod level that we are at or not at, depending on your dreams or state of mind, belief system. Hopefully we rectify it so that the earth is not falling apart.